Hello, my friends. Today I'm making fاصوليا or ruz, which is green bean stew. And I usually serve it with rice, so there's another recipe for rice. Please check the recipe below the video for ingredients, quantities, and directions. As sometimes I use beef for the stew, today I'm using lamb. So I cut the lamb pieces to about 2-inch cubes and put them on the stove with water to boil, to cook. And so I'm scooping all the scum that forms on the top until it's all gone while I get my onions and bay leaf and cardamom ready to add to it. And I would let it cook for maybe around 1.5 hours until it's all done. After the lamb is ready and it's soft, I just scoop the pieces of lamb out, and then I'm left with the broth that I will strain from the onion and everything else. So I'm adding 2 6-ounce cans of tomato paste to the lamb broth so I can add it to the green beans once it's ready. So I'm using frozen green beans for this stew. So while I get it out of the freezer a few minutes before I need to use it, and I need onions, so I chopped 1.5 heads of onions so I can saute and then cut the beans and finish cooking. So to the pot, on medium high, I added canola oil, and then I added the onions so I can saute them together until they're well done while I prepare the beans. So I just cut the beans by hand. It's easy to kind of cut them into smaller pieces while they're frozen. And then I will rinse them and add them to the sauteed onions. So after the onions are light golden brown, I add the beans and stir all together while I have the seasonings ready. So I have salt, allspice and pepper. That's all what I use for the beans. So I add the salt, pepper, and allspice, and I mix it all together. Let it cook for about 10 minutes or so, maybe 15 minutes. After about 15 minutes of cooking the beans, I added the broth with the tomato paste in there, and I would let it boil for a little bit, then add the lamb pieces to it. As you could hear, my grandson was enjoying his own music. The last step of cooking this stew is adding garlic. So I smash garlic with salt and I add it to the stew and let it, usually after I add it, just let it go for a couple of minutes and turn it off, because I know the beans and everything is ready. And there it is. Enjoy. صحتين وعافية.